Welcome to the Armani Talks YouTube channel. I'm your host, Armani Talks. In this channel, I'm covering communication skills for you to level up your way with words and become much more articulate. In this episode, we're going to be talking about how to be a consistent writer. The key to being a consistent writer is by taking the guesswork out of it. See, inconsistent writers often wait to feel inspiration first, then they will write. The consistent writer writes, then feels inspiration. Now, if you're like most people out there, the inconsistent person seems as though they have the right attitude, especially regarding creative fields. Wait a minute, I thought most of these creative people, they created from inspiration. Now, granted, that is true to a certain extent. It's very similar to basketball. You ever watched basketball before? You ever seen one of those moments when a certain player gets a hot hand? Every shot that they're shooting, they're making. Well, this is very similar to creating from inspiration. This player understands that in this game, they are succeeding with the hot hand, but it would be irresponsible of this player to be like, well, every game that I'm going to go into, I'm always going to have the hot hand. That's not the case. Likewise, the consistent writer a lot of the times will create from inspiration, but the other times they're creating from habit. In order to be consistent with writing, you need a content creation schedule. And to create this schedule requires a scientific mind. To execute this schedule requires an artistic heart. This is when left brain and right brain are coming into unison. In order to create the content creation schedule, you got to tinker. You need to actually look at the person across the mirror and ask yourself, what is it that I want out of my writing practice? I mean, do I want to be more confident? Do I need more content in order to grow my brand? Do I need more content to articulate the different products that I sell? Use some introspection in order to create the right content creation schedule for you. And allow me to give you two of the content creation schedules that I follow for the Armani Talks business. I'll break down the Armani Talks newsletter and the Armani Talks blog. For this newsletter, it's a daily newsletter. I write every single day. It took some time. Before, it used to be a weekly newsletter, but after I started to experiment with daily, I saw that whoa, I could be consistent with it, and it's helping me get better at my craft. So the Armani Talks daily newsletter is done every single day of the week. Now for the blog, on the other hand, there's more complexity that's involved. You got to do some keyword research, get the right pictures. It's longer than a newsletter. So after doing some tinkering, I was like, I can't do this every single day, but I could do it 3 times a week. Every Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays, I post. No questions asked. So these are 2 completely different spaces, and the content creation schedule will be dependent upon the complexity and what I am trying to get out of it. So for you right now, you want to create that schedule for yourself, take all the guesswork out of it, and just keep executing it. Eventually, this habit is going to work through you, and it's going to be much easier to create when you're inspired or not. If you enjoyed today's talk and you want more practical insights like this into writing skills, be sure to check out my book, The Prolific Writer, The Holy Grail of Creative Writing. In this book, you're going to learn the history of creative writing. You're going to understand how to build the right practice of writing for you. You'll learn how to build compelling plots, relatable characters, vivid settings. Plus, there's a bonus section on plenty of creative writing exercises that will test you, challenge you, and make you the prolific writer. To grab a copy, check out the link in the description box, the pinned comment, or go on ArmaniTalks.com and grab your copy today. Thank you very much for joining the Armani Talks YouTube channel, and I will catch you next time.